Over the last few weeks, I've been posting videos of me reading college football hot takes from Reddit. In those videos, I asked you guys to comment your hot takes as I'd read them in future videos. So let's hear what you guys have to say. Before we get to today's video, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you're watching this video, odds are that you love college football, and odds are you aren't subscribed to my channel, so make sure to subscribe to one of the best college football communities here on YouTube. Also, make sure to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. If there are any hot takes you have for the upcoming college football season, drop them down below in the comment section and they'll be featured in a future video. Alright, this one comes from Jacob McKinney and he's got 4 hot takes. The first one, Lane Kiffin leads Ole Miss to another 10-win season and leaves for the NFL. Now, I don't think it's a hot take that Ole Miss can win 10 games again this season. I'm personally really high on the Rebels. I may be a little too high than a lot of people are on them. I really think they're going to have a good season, so I definitely think they can win 10 games. But does he leave for the NFL if they have another successful season? I don't know. I mean, Lane Kiffin is perfect for college football. I think he's a great fit for Ole Miss. I don't think he'll necessarily want to leave for the NFL again, but at the end of the day, money talks, and I'm sure a lot of these coaches, they dream of, getting back to the NFL. I know it didn't work too well for Lane Kiffin the first time around, so maybe he wants a second go at it, but I think he stays with Ole Miss. But then again, if a team comes calling, who knows? Neither Texas, Oklahoma, or Baylor win the Big 12. I mean, when talking about teams that are going to win the Big 12, those are the 3 pretty much popular picks in regards to winning the conference. So if it's not one of these 3 teams, I guess that leaves Oklahoma State, maybe TCU, maybe West Virginia, maybe Kansas. Who knows? Maybe Kansas can win the Big 12. So I definitely think it's going to be one of those 3 teams there that win the Big 12. So that's certainly a hot take, saying neither of those 3 are going to come out on top this year. We got another one saying Ohio State does not make the Big 10 championship game. So this isn't even saying that Ohio State doesn't even win the Big 10. This is saying they don't even make it to the Big 10 championship game. As you guys know, Ohio State is my way too early national championship pick for the upcoming season, so I'm very high on them. I think they're going to do really well in 2022, so I would personally be shocked to see them not even reach the Big 10 championship game. So I guess, Jacob, you think it's going to be Michigan again that makes it? That would be my guess. NC State has a losing season, 5-7. Another team I'm really high on compared to a lot of people. I'm really high on NC State. I've said that they could be a potential playoff sleeper this year, so have them going 5-7, finishing the season under 500, not even reaching a bowl game. Jacob, these are 4 scorching hot takes that are fantastic. A great way to kick off today's video. Purdue the Turtle says Purdue goes 11-1, loses the Big 10 championship game to Ohio State, but wins the Rose Bowl over USC, and Aiden O'Connell wins the Heisman. So Purdue the Turtle, he kind of broke down multiple hot takes in this one, so we'll kind of just quickly go over each one. Purdue goes 11-1 and loses the Big 10 championship game to Ohio State. So first off, I'd be very interested to know who you think they lose to in the regular season. Who do you think that one loss is going to come against? Then they lose to Ohio State, but I assume Ohio State goes to the playoffs, so that means Purdue goes to the Rose Bowl. I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head when the last time Purdue was even in the Rose Bowl. So they beat SC, and Aiden O'Connell wins the Heisman Trophy. Alright, Aiden O'Connell, I knew he was solid last year, but in recent weeks I've been looking into his numbers, and he had a much better season than I thought in 2021, and I think he's going to have another fantastic season in 2022. Is it going to be enough for him to win the Heisman Trophy? I don't think so. But if Purdue ends up going 11-1 this season and Aiden O'Connell puts up some really good numbers, then I think he likely will be in the Heisman discussion, and who knows, maybe there's a chance he can win it. Caden Angels says Coastal Carolina makes a New Year's 6 bowl game and wins. Yeah, I think this has a chance to potentially be the best Coastal Carolina team we've seen over the last few years. Personally, I'm really high in Grayson McCall. I think he has a chance to be one of the top quarterbacks in the entire nation, so I think the Chanticleers are going to have a really good year. I think in regards to making a New Year's 6 bowl game, representing a group of 5 school, I think it's either going to be Coastal Carolina or Houston that make a New Year's 6 bowl game. So yeah, I think there's a strong chance the Chants, they can go back to a New Year's 6 bowl game this year. Now, I was about to move on to the next hot take, but I also forgot to mention that he says they win the New Year's Six bowl game. Not just making it, they win. So that means they're going to be playing a really good Power 5 school. So I don't know if they're going to be able to beat a Power 5 school in whatever New Year's Six bowl game they make, but for the sake of this video, let's say they do it. All right, we got a long one that comes in from Slurpy. Hot take, Pittsburgh wins the national championship without Addison or Pickett. Hear me out. I'm not going to copy the 2021 Georgia narrative, but Pittsburgh is like a less big name version of Georgia. Pittsburgh has had a top 5 defense the past few years, and I think they finally are at the highest potential, sort of like Georgia. We have a USC transfer, like Georgia did, fighting out another player for the starting spot. Solid receivers for the year. If Pittsburgh only loses one game, not Tennessee, Miami, or West Virginia, we make it. And to ensure we do, all 3 of those teams need to have at least 8+ wins. And I would prefer if we beat USC for obvious reasons. So there is a lot to take in with this. I mean, I will give Slurpy here a lot of credit because they came in with a really hot take, multiple hot takes, pretty much for the most part. But what I love when people have really hot takes, I love when they back it up. I love when they justify why their hot take could happen, why it makes sense. So I don't necessarily think that all that is going to happen for Pittsburgh. I personally do think they're going to be a lot better than people expect. I mean, I know they did lose Jordan Addison, but this is a really good team that they still have. So I definitely think they're going to exceed expectations. I don't quite think they're going to be as good, Slurpy, as you want them to be, but because you gave all the reasons, because you backed it up with all the information, I'm going to take your side on this, and I think Pittsburgh is going to do exactly what you said in this video. And if they somehow get matched up with USC in a bowl game, that would be the icing on the cake, especially if Keaton Slovis can take down his former team, and Jordan Addison, well, he can watch his former team win a nice bowl game. Depressed Chargers fan says Graham Mertz does something resembling quarterback play. That's a fantastic hot take, depressed Chargers fan, which I don't know why you're a depressed Chargers fan. I mean, you guys are looking pretty good for the upcoming season. But yeah, if you guys have been following along with my channel and my podcast that I do over the last few years, you would know that Graham Mertz, I know that we like to bash on Bo Nix, but I actually do think Bo Nix is a somewhat good quarterback. We just love bashing on him. Graham Mertz is actually a terrible quarterback. I mean, I haven't seen every Nebraska game. I haven't watched every snap of his, but I have watched a fair share of Nebraska games, and Graham Mertz might be the worst quarterback I've seen at one of these top programs. I mean, he is awful, so if he does something in 2022 that resembles quarterback play, you might as well give him the Heisman right then and there, because that would be a miracle in itself. Wisconsin fans, I like to send my deepest condolences to you guys for having to watch Graham Mertz as your starting quarterback. That is a punishment that I wouldn't even wish upon my worst enemies. I mean, that is horrible. I feel for you guys. Well, that wraps it up for today's video. Remember, if you guys have a hot take for the 2022 college football season, let me hear it in the comment section down below, and it'll be featured in a future video. Before you leave, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you love college football, then this is definitely the place for you. Also, make sure to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.